Hello and welcome back to Coffee Infused Crypto. My question to you today is, are you scared? I mean, the market is red and are you trembling? Are you anxious? Well, I'm here to just tell you to look at the macro perspective of things. We're going to discuss Bitcoin's price action, what is happening actually, what targets do we anticipate in the short run, and looking at the macro view just to have a brighter, or a full image of what is happening. So grab your cups of coffee. Let's deep dive into Bitcoin. On the weekly, as you notice, we started the week in a red candle. We have been dumping for 2 weeks or retracing for 2 weeks. I wouldn't say even crashing up till now. I wouldn't. Seriously, like this is how much. Like this week was how much already? How much so far? A 3% now. Um, let's have an accurate measurement here. So this one is currently a 4%, and the 2 weeks in total is how much? An 8% in 2 weeks or 7. Yeah. So this is nothing, to be worried about for Bitcoin. So what is happening now? We had our orange zone from here, and this is the macro parallel channel, a very simple parallel channel, which acted as a support around this area, right? Supported us here, resisted us at the center, supported us at the center, resisted us at the top, supported us at the center, and this is all the way back from 2021, right? And again, supported us here and here, and supported us here, we wicked to it, and then just parabolically went higher, and currently we have been, for the past 1 month, resisted at this area, and we are being squeezed between our orange box here, which is the wick from let me try to get this one to show you. This is a crash in May 2022, and we wicked all the way down here. So we had our orange box here for reference, and currently that's what we are doing, supported at the very top of our orange box, okay, and resisted by the strand line. So very normal things for Bitcoin, 8% to the downside so far, which is okay, which is normal, very normal, or underperforming. So if you notice in any run to the upside, like here we had like a parabolic run to the upside, right? And this was like a beautiful time, 2016, we're running all the way to an all-time high, right? We always had those weeks, those retracements. For example, this is one candle here, or yeah, this candle was 26% to the downside. This candle here, this one was 18% in 1 week. Those two candles here, 29 in 2 weeks, 29.5%. Those 3 weeks here, so those 3 weeks were 27% in 3 weeks. So you get the idea. The general trend was parabolically up, but we never go in a straight line. We need those healthy corrections, right? So what we did now is an 8%. Yeah, we have targets to look for, and we're gonna address them. But the general momentum on the monthly, we are still waiting for this cross. On the MACD, we are turning bullish. Okay, so this is one. On the monthly, again, stochastic has room to go to the upside. Still, still at the 50 area, crossing 50. Currently crossing 50. We still have room to the upside. RSI. Our RSI is at currently 50.8. We're retesting the 50 area on the RSI. All right. So here we pushed all the way to almost 70, 69, and came back, retested 50, and then earlier. Now we're just touching here, retesting 50. So on the monthly, we are still good, but on the shorter time frames, what happened with us, or what do we expect? So of course, if you notice our two parallel channels here. Okay. By the way, on the daily, let me show you this as well. So on the daily, let me zoom in around this area and let us, yeah, since this here we had a small bull flag around this area accumulated for a couple of days, and this was the initial move of this run and went all the way up till here. We notice that, let me remove this, get it out of the way. You notice here we are testing the 0.5. So again, in every move, and we can move this a little bit here. So yeah, this was the lowest wick on this run to the highest wick, and we're at 0.5 to the dollar. And as we said earlier, and we always say, in any move to the upside, from the initial move to the top, when we identify the top, it's very normal to come back and retest, right? 0.5 and the golden zone between 0.5 and 0.65. This area is very normal to come back and retest, and that's what we're doing currently, okay? But we have to be careful, because if we lose a couple of supports, that would be a problem, okay? So this is the double parallel channel, which you all know by now. This is our beloved chart, and this is the one that has been respecting us. Bitcoin has been respecting this chart. So if we notice that we have been trying to break the 30 around this area and failed, and that took us on the daily 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 attempts, and after failing for 9 times, if you notice, we got rejected for, and that was like last week, right? So we got an 11% rejection after 9 attempts. Again, on this wick to it, rejected, another wick to it, and yeah, and it rejected us for the second time from the wick to the bottom. In a matter of 2 days, we had a 7% retracement. Again, on the third time, if you can see, we failed to break it. And again, for 3 days in a row, we're having a total of currently 7.5%. But the difference now is that earlier we were supported at the lower band of this parallel channel twice, but now we broke it. So since we broke it, we need to address a couple of supports. So first target, if we get our fixed range, and let's see where we are today. So on the fixed range, if you notice, this is the value area high, value area low, point of control. So where we are is exactly we got supported or wicked at the value area low. Okay, so this is at 27,238. Okay, so this would be a first level, definitely, which we supported us at around this area and supported us at around this area. So this level is important on the short term to hold. If we fail to hold, we have our white support and our purple support. What are the white and what are the purple support? Well, the purple support is this parallel channel. Top of it is the white line at 29,178. Okay, and the bottom of it is this wick from this area here, and this wick from this area here. So this would be the lower band of this parallel channel. So we wick to it twice, and this would be at around 26,500. The white line is 26,900, and followed or directly below them is our 200-week moving average at 26,044. And again, last but not least, we have the high from the swing high from the previous run, okay, from this previous push, this high here, okay, which we interacted around this area with, and this would be at around 25,338. Something to note, that we have been creating this head and shoulders here for the past couple of days. So here you notice we have a right shoulder. So this is a right shoulder, right? Head, left shoulder, and this would be the neck of our right the head and shoulders pattern. This would be the neckline. So it's important to have this as a support and not lose it, because if we lose it, then this technical level from the head and shoulders would be, guess where, guys? The lower band of our parallel channel, this lower band. That's why it is significant. If we lose 200 weekly moving average, parallel channel, and white resist support, which are respectively at 26,900, 26,44, and we reach and even 25,300, that would be the last target. But bear in mind, we might do something like this, lose all the way from up to down, wick, and then rapidly climb back up. That would be okay. All right, that would be okay. But staying too long below the 200 weekly moving average, which is closing a full week below it, then that would change our market structure on the longer time frame. So it's fine to crash or flash crash, okay, to this level, but gaining it or regaining the levels fast as we did earlier, like here, is a must at that stage. So those are the targets for Bitcoin on the shorter time frames. But again, as we always discuss, the general trend and the timing and the timing before the halving, well, guys, I mean, this timing before the halving, 1 year before the halving, we discussed it earlier. On the macro perspective, we need to stay focused for the halving event, which is less than a year away. So I will repeat this in every video. Every retracement in Bitcoin at this stage, every pullback and retest in Bitcoin at this stage is a buying opportunity, a discounted buying opportunity before the halving occurs. So the longer we stay or the more we push towards the halving and progress towards the halving, the higher and higher and higher and higher the prices or the trend would be taking us according to history. I mean, we always discuss macro and we always know what happens prior the halvings and the cycles. We discussed those before. So keep an eye on the macro. Don't forget, when you are doubting something, zoom out. Just zoom out and see the bigger picture. Okay, we have crashes. Okay, before it's very normal to have crashes, especially when we're going up. For example, on the weekly, in our last push to the upside, 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks pushing, and as 2 weeks here, if you can remember and recall a couple of months back, 2 weeks of 12% crash, everyone was crying at this stage that we're going back to 9k. Remember? 1 week later, green candle and bears disappeared. Like 3 weeks after that, bears reappeared because we had a 22% in total crash. Then came this big juicy green candle. So we never go in a straight line up, and we will not go to 9k. Okay, at this stage the bottom is in. Okay, flash crash, I don't know. Black swan event, I don't know. Nuclear stuff happening, I don't know. Something might happen extraordinary that might crash the market. Yes, 100%. Nothing is 100%. So we might have those events, but in a normal environment, generally speaking, no black swan events, nothing out of the books or out of the ordinary. This is very ordinary. Those red candles are very ordinary. We need to stay focused. Any dip here is a discounted buying opportunity in our push towards the next, or we are in an early bull run, but people won't recognize it until later on, but it's okay. Any retracement now, DCA in, DCA in. If you want to know more about DCAing, I'm gonna link the playlist in the top right corner. You can check that out. That's everything for today. Stay positive, stay crypto. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.